Hello guys, Vizarish here bringing you another Total War Warhammer replay with commentary. For today's battle we have the forces of mighty High Elves, who are being led by Alithanar, who's standing in the back of the army because he has a huge range, and we're going against the Tomb Kings, who are being led by Arkan the Black, one of the most competitive picks in the Tomb King roster, especially against Elven factions, High Elves or Dark Elves. So this army, I'm kind of proud. I was kind of proud of it. I really liked it because I thought it had everything, every answer that Tomb Kings can bring. But my opponent has a really nice answer to all of the High Elf faction or High Elf units, and we'll see it in a moment. It's not unwinnable, but yeah, the pick is just really scary. So let's just jump into the army composition and see what we have here. Rangers, anti-infantry, a high number, decent stats. So yeah, pretty good pick. I also have brought two white lions of Craze because first of all, they have decent speed. They're not never mind, they don't have the highest. I thought for some reason they have 36, so they're pretty slow, but I brought them because they have armor piercing, and you need something to be able to cut the constructs from the Tomb King roster. So that's it for the infantry. For Cav, I have 2 Illyrian Reavers and 2 Illyrian Reaver archers in the vanguard on the left side. 2 Phoenix, really nice picks here. First of all, they have magic and fire damage, which is the most more important part. Fire damage is really good against Tomb King characters and units. They have armor piercing, they're flying, they're pretty fast, and they have their droplets or whatever it's called. Let's see, wake of fire, yeah, which is the ability that they start dropping fire bombs on the skeletons, which is another good pick against Tomb Kings because yeah, they have a lot of undead units and you want them off the battlefield. Another way to deal with the chaff and skeletons is the burning head. That's why I have a mage of fire with fireball. Fireball is also pretty good against characters. You'll see what I mean, but yeah, it puts pressure, and combining it with Kindle Flame and 2 Phoenixes, it does a lot. And Alithanar is also another decent pick. First of all, it's because of his huge range, 300. It's artillery range ballpark here, and the missile strength is pretty decent. Moonbow is another way to put pressure on your opponent. Darken the Sky for more attacks, more range attacks, and more damage. And Mislead, which creates the illusion, the doppelganger, and stops units, which is another great ability. So for my opponent here, he has a pretty nice army as well. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 units of skeleton warriors, and I think we have 3 tomb guards, which are pretty good in this matchup, pretty sturdy, and they're standing in the secondary line. So I'm probably going to use my burning heads and chaff clearing abilities on the first line, and the secondary line is gonna be really hard to deal with. My opponent also has a skeleton spearman, which is not bad. Blessed Legion of fucked. So yeah, that I'm not getting any money on the videos, but I think that's just demonetized my video. So yeah, and the thing, the counters to High Elf roster, this is not the direct counter, but it's pretty good. Skeleton chariots have 9 models, pretty decent bonus versus infantry, pretty decent speed. My opponent has 2 of them, and what the unit that I'm talking about are these guys, Necropolis Knights, which I usually don't pick, but their stats are freaking insane. Their melee attack and melee defense both in a decent ballpark. The charge bonus is decent, the weapon strength is decent. They have 18 models, poison, shield, 110 armor. So overall they're pretty strong, and my opponent has 2 of them, and I have some ways of dealing with them. I mean, White Lions of Crace is one of the reasons I is a counter I thought would do decently enough against the Necropolis Knights, which they do if your opponent stays in fight and they don't have any support. So yeah, keep that in mind. And we have a Tomb Prince here. We have Curse of Jaff and Guardian, and on Arcan, let's see, he has his sword, his Staff of Nagash, Liber Mortis, and just Spirit Lich, which is probably gonna be enough. So that's it for the armies. Let's just start a battle and see how we're gonna deal with this army and how we're gonna play this game out. So as I said, I'm pretty confident with my army. The Rangers are pretty strong. My Eagle Club Bolt Thrower is already shooting at the Skeleton Chariots, but they're probably gonna change targets to Arcan. That's what I'm doing right now. Lithanar and Mage are also putting pressure on him. We're gonna do some decent damage there. Now I'm moving my Illyrian Reavers to stop the Skeleton Chariots from running through my line, and Eagles are gonna be the damage dealers there. They're probably gonna do decently if my opponent doesn't pay attention, but he does. That was a pretty nice and accurate shot. Unfortunately it misses, but that was pretty nice with the huge arc of fire there. So now I have my Illyrian Reavers stopping the Skeleton Chariots. This is not a bad situation. I have my White Lions here, Phoenix, some Illyrian Reavers, some fire power here, so we're probably gonna be able to deal with these scary units here. On this side, unfortunately, not the best situation. I don't want my White Lions fighting Skeleton Warriors. That's why I'm trying to move them from this side. Arcan already taking a lot of damage, and now let's watch this Burning Head, which probably gonna just incinerate these 2 units. And yeah, we just dropped some frames there as well, which is pretty nice. 2 units gone, really nice pickup for me. And now let's see. So we were able to do a lot of damage to these Skeleton Chariots, but my opponent is pretty aware, moving the Necropolis Knights away from my White Lions and larger units. They need their mobility, and that's what they're getting here. And yeah, they're dealing with my Rangers, which are probably gonna do decent against a lot of these Tomb King units. So overall, it doesn't look too bad. I changed target to the chariots because Arcan is hiding in the forest. I need to deal with these Blessed Legions of demonetization here as well, but let's see how we're gonna deal with them. They're causing a lot of problems against my White Lions, which is not the best target for them, but it's still pretty scary. So now I have to send my Phoenix to deal with these Necropolis Knights, but this is the scary part. My opponent summons the Shapti. When you use your fire burning heads to deal with the Tomb King infantry, this is gonna happen sooner or later, and you're probably gonna lose your artillery, which is a really important point. I really needed them. So we were able to catch the Skeleton Archer Regiment of Renown. Another Burning Head destroys 2 other units. Now I have some White Lions free, which means I have to send them as soon as possible to deal with these Necropolis Knights. And yeah, those guys are gonna be the scary units there. So Tomb Prince is going after Alithanar. Alithanar is not the worst melee combatant, so I'm not too worried about that. We get a rebirth here, which is pretty nice. I need one of my Phoenixes to help this Tomb Prince from running wild in my backline and dealing with Alithanar. He's probably gonna rally pretty soon. I mean, this Phoenix. I'm bringing some infantry as well to act as a buffer against my general and the enemy's assassin. So that's pretty nice. One of the Phoenixes is coming back. They're probably gonna deal with the Tomb Prince pretty fast. One of the reasons I like these units in this matchup. But yeah, the White Lions were going to try to catch up to Necropolis Knights, but yeah, look at this beautiful rampage my opponent did. I was trying to use the Phoenix ability to deal with this infantry, because look how many they were. But with that rampaging ability, the curse of, I don't remember the name, but yeah, with that curse, curse of Jaff, my units are rampaging now. My Phoenix is gonna take a lot of damage against these knights, and yeah, the Burning Head was there, but my opponent was already moving a lot of his infantry. So I think we were able to deal with the Prince, Tomb Prince, and now I'm going after Arkham, but my opponent really well played from him sending his Necropolis Knights. It's just like one of them is always in the right place, and now this Phoenix is probably gonna die. The other one has already used its rebirth, and it's near its healing cap, so not gonna be able to get my healing there. But now this is a situation that most of us have encountered. That part of the battle that you see, you have less units than your opponent, and your opponent has a lot of problematic units. I'm trying to use the droplets here to deal with the Tomb Guards. That was a nice amount of damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. These guys have a lot of remaining models. So I try to finish off Arkan. Still Alithanar trying to go after him. A fireball is also going. Let's see if my opponent is able to dodge it. It was partial success. He probably didn't get the explosion damage, but yeah, there were some contact there for sure. So the remaining units, I still have some of my rangers remaining, 4 of my rangers, 2 damage, but I really need my White Lions to deal with these Necropolis Knights. I don't have enough infantry there. Now the Skeleton Chariots are also going after the remaining units, and right there, if you guys didn't see it, Alithanar was able to snipe Arkham, which is a really good pickup for me. If I'm able to save some of my units, we might be able to deal with this units. Especially I have my Mage of Fire. I don't know how much Winds of Magic I have remaining, because yeah, the only way now for me to deal with these Tomb Guards are Burning Head. I'm not sure if I have enough, because I used a lot of it for Fireball. And now the Necropolis Knights going after Alithanar. As I said, they're such a good pick. They're insane. Now Alithanar can't run away from the infantry, even though he's able to bring some of them down. I don't think we're gonna be able to deal with the rest of the remaining units. This unit of Necropolis Knights have 12 models. The last fireball going down, probably gonna kill one model. Yeah, one model down, but as I said, Alithanar is running away, and the balance of power is in my opponent's favor. And yeah, that's it. Pretty nice battle. Really enjoyed it. GG to my opponent. I didn't get to bully him, but he for sure bullied some of my units, and what can I say, played pretty well. So my opponent had much more units than me, unit models at least. Even though Alithanar and my farmer did really well. Look at this, 202 kills, insane. 46 on Alithanar, and the damage value is nice. I think he paid for himself. The mage for sure paid for herself. The infantry, none of them were able to do good, and that because of these insane skeleton chariot and the plays there. Really a nice controlled, really nice micro. He was able to deal with a lot of my infantry, even though they were supposed to be the winners in this battle. So the cav units, yeah, I don't think the Illyrian Reavers were the best pick. I have another pick after this battle. I came up with something that might work. I'll show you guys in the later battles, but yeah, something that puts some pressure and they might be able to deal with Necropolis Knights. But as I said, these picks are just insane against High Elves. So Phoenix is not doing too good, and Eagle Club Bolter did fine, killing a lot of those constructs. So the Tomb Prince and Arkan not doing the best they can do, but they still did a lot. At least they survived a lot. The Tomb Guard did their job, they survived, and look at this, 1632 damage value on this one, and the other one over 2000 damage value, over 10k damage dealt. Just insane. Love the picks. Try it out, see how you guys do with it. And yeah, if you have any counters to these Necropolis Knights, I would love to know it. As I said, I'll show my answer about these constructs in the later battles that I play against Tomb Kings as High Elves. But yeah, so that's it for this battle, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really help me and my channel grow. I also have a Discord server if you guys want to talk, if you guys want to chat, send me builds, send me replies to cast. You can find the link in the description of this video. So that's it. Catch you all later. Bye.